Hello, I'm Fiona McKinnon and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Moment Company. At Moment Company, we create products that help people just stop and take a moment throughout the busy working day. All we need is just a few moments to be able to reset our brain using a mixture of mindfulness, meditation, and breathwork. So we've been asked to share with you just a couple of our own personal tips and hints that we have in order, as busy entrepreneurs and business owners and leaders, to really make sure we're checking in on a regular basis as to how we're feeling. Because after all, if we're not feeling well and strong and creative, then it's unlikely our business, our colleagues and our customers will feel the same. So one of the first tips I have is to really think about language. So we have over 80,000 thoughts a day. 95% of those are the same thoughts we had yesterday, and 80% of those are thought to be negative. So it almost feels like we're pre-programmed every day to relive today the same way we did yesterday. So a really simple thing to do is to be aware of where you might be using the words can't, shouldn't, must, never. Very kind of bold negative words, and flip those into something more positive. Simply trying to go through the day not using the word but to replace it with and can have a really powerful impact on you thinking about how you use language. This can also be used to help build positive goals, and mission statements and values within your organization as well. It also really improves how you communicate both with colleagues, customers, and those around you also. One of my other hints or tips is to simply look up. So the simple action of raising our eyes and looking up triggers our alpha brain waves and puts us into a more creative state. So all that constant looking down and scrolling actually has a double negative, not just the time that we're spent on those mindless tasks, but also in terms of the fact that it's not activating any of our creativity. So it's something you can do sitting at your desk at any given time, or even if you're out on a walk. Counting chimneys is it's an old therapy trick to get people into a more positive mindset. So my simple advice is to look up. So I hope you've enjoyed listening to some of our tips that we have, both as business owners that we use ourselves, but also that we work with other customers to instill into their organizations. If you'd like to know more about Moments, please come and find us on momentcompany.co and on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks very much for having us.
Hello, I'm Alex, one of the co-founders of the Moment Company. So my top tip is around breathing. Our breath is one of the most effective and accessible shortcuts for de-stressing both our body and our mind. Now we do breathe all the time, this is true, but the type of breathing I'm talking about is quite specific. So firstly, it's conscious, so you're bringing your attention to it and often away from repetitive stressful thoughts. But it also follows a specific pattern, and there are lots of different breathing techniques out there. We've programmed our Moment Pebble with cardiac coherence breathing, which is 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out, and in and out. And this quite literally creates physiological change in your body and moves you from a stress state to a calm state. And it does it by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest, calm down state. My other bonus top tip is to find a co-founder, or even two. Someone who can come on the journey with you to share both the highs and the lows of starting up a business. I can say hand on heart that I would not be doing what I love and having such a great time if it wasn't for these two.
Hello, I'm Charlie Cadbury, one of the co-founders of the Moment Company, and I wanted to share 3 things that I do in order to keep my mental well-being at its most optimum level in the busy life that I lead. So the first of all is to pay good attention to my physical fitness. I try to get up early in the morning and run to the river and enjoy the nature that I see on the way, which means that I'm back in time to do a little bit of work and to get ahead of the day before my busy household wakes up. Secondly, I try to kind of build in the idea of some digital detox into my life, so some time where I'm really kind of appreciating the world around me and ordering my thoughts. And I'm now walking to the office, and it's about a 20-minute walk, and the challenge to myself every day is to do that walk with my phone in my pocket. It's not always easy, but it's noticeable the days that I manage to do that. And thirdly, I've got a young family and young children, and I was actually talking to Alex just this morning actually about how there are some moments where I know that I've connected, and it's not just really with kids, it's quite universal with an individual. It's those moments where you felt you're in a state of kind of flow and coming together that you really kind of remember as those points in time. And the more of those you can have, the better the relationships you can have, and ultimately it's better for everyone's mental well-being.